What is going on out there? Hope everybody's having a fantastic night. As a matter of fact, you guys think I should do this with the microphone or without the microphone? You know what? We're gonna do it with the microphone. So that's what we do here. We use a microphone. You guys can hear me. So you know what's crazy? So every year, right? Probably since 20 like 18, 19, maybe like late 2018, early 2019. I have always grown my beard for like at least 6 months. It's not quite 6 months yet, but usually around the 6 month mark, I decide, all right, cool, it's time for a change. I think once I went like 7 months, right? But at that time, like I wasn't even shaping up like right here or anything. It was just straight, just you know what I mean. The beard was all the mustache was all up here. And the mustache was like all coming over my lip. But I would occasionally cut it when it got too crazy. But yeah. So you know, I've been growing my beard since probably like February or so. February, something somewhere around there, right? But I think maybe March, April, May, June, July, August. So like around March, right? Reagan, what's going on, man? So yeah, so I've been growing a beard from like around March, right? And I hadn't seen my mom for a while, for like a few years, right? But she's not particularly a big fan of my beard. However, my daughter, she kind of likes the beard, right? Like she pulls the beard every now and then or whatever it is. But my mom, she's just not a fan of it, right? And the thing is with me, right? When it comes to beard, like grooming for men, I know a lot of you guys could probably relate. But when I trim this beard, I tend to look like a kid. No BS. Somebody says I've been asking random streamers of their opinion on Andrew Tate. I don't know the man, so I can't sit up here and really talk about him. To be completely honest with you, I don't know him, right? I just know what happens once he turns on that camera. And I don't know. He's feeding his family. I don't know anything about any of his cases. I don't know if he really did what they accused him of doing or anything like that. 23 people in here. But shout outs to Andrew Tate. If he is guilty of the stuff that he's being convicted of, then no shout outs to him. But that's as far as we'll go. But since we have 23 people in here right now, right off the bat, what I am going to say is this, right? If you guys want to see me trim my beard, right, which I've been kind of contemplating doing, right, because my mom is always like, cut your beard, cut your beard. But my daughter doesn't like when I cut my, well, I don't know if she really minds, but she kind of likes my beard. And sometimes I like a little change, right? Like every around 6 months, 6 months. Right now it's probably around 5, right? I do trim the mustache like every week, right? I gotta kind of maintain that like every week. But if we get, all right, tell you what, if we get 500 subscribers tonight, I'll trim the beard live. 500 subscribers tonight, I will trim the beard live. He says, okay, Reagan Riggs says he rock with the beard. Big up yourself, Reagan Riggs. I rock with the beard too, to be completely honest with you, right? But, whenever I do trim it, it does grow back, so I will say that. But, yeah, if I'm going to do it, it's going to be for a reason. So, yeah, if we do get to 500, right, which is a stretch, right? Because right now we're at, 300 and close to 50. So if I get 150 more subscriptions tonight, then that's incentive for me to start over and grow the beard back again, right? So within a couple months, it's gonna look just like this, right? It hasn't been that long, so it's no big issue. It's just hair, right? Let me read some of these comments. I hope you guys had a fantastic day, man. I had a really, really fantastic day. But the thing is, a lot of times when I'm having these good days or these fantastic days, I see that there are certain people that kind of want to knock me off my perch, right? And want me to be vibrating at the same frequency that they're vibrating on. And I don't understand why the world is like that. I don't know why people can't just live and let live. But yeah, people do that. But my whole thing is this. I'm cool on that. You can stay over there with that negativity. I'm gonna vibrate over here with my positivity. You get what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. People just want you to be miserable with them, but I refuse to do so. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start setting up some boundaries, and that's it. Like, it's very healthy to set up boundaries, guys. Please remember that. Don't ever feel bad about setting up boundaries. So yeah, 500. If we get 150 likes or 150, if we get 500 subscribers tonight, and I'm gonna throw something else in there. 500 subscribers, and we break the like record. Let's get 50 likes, and then the beard comes off. 550 likes. But yeah, let me read some of these comments from you guys. Hey, Reagan, how's the kid, man? How's the kid? I hope the kid's doing great, man. The kid has a great parent. Big up yourself. Big up yourself, man. You're a fantastic guy. And I appreciate you always tapping in with us, man. I sincerely do. I've been asking random. Okay, I read that one. Morgan says, hello. How are you, Morgan? Hello. Sorry, off topic, but answer my question. I did answer your question, sir. Assalamu alaikum. Big up yourself, Alisher. Alijanov. Big up yourself. Wonderful to have you. Wonderful to have you. How are you, brother? I'm from Pakistan. Big up to Pakistan. Big up to all the massive and all the family and all the tribe members, the worldwide tribe. I think that's what we are. We're the worldwide tribe, right? And then pretty soon we'll be the universe wide tribe, right? But yeah, as of right now, I think worldwide tribe. That's who we are. We got to have a name for this, you know? But yeah, big up yourself, Mr. or Mrs. Drawn by Amara from Pakistan. Big up to all of Pakistan as well. Keefe Fit says, hi. Hello. Are you traveling in India? Most popular tourist places? I haven't traveled to India yet, but maybe one day, maybe one day I'll go and I see the Taj Mahal. Although someone said to me the other day, they were like, yo, the Taj Mahal is really a graveyard. I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't really researched, to be completely honest with you. I just think it's a really cool, historic, pretty building. You know what I mean? And, it'll be nice to go there and see it, It's been around for a very long time. Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo? Choose wisely. Depends on what it is that you're asking for, to be honest with you. If you're going to say Messi, I don't know. You can't go wrong with either one, right? It's just a matter of your opinion. They're both great. They're both phenomenal. But to be honest with you, if I'm being completely honest with you, I like Ronaldo more. Is he a better player? I don't know, right? Messi's a better dribbler. Messi's probably a little bit better technically. I think Ronaldo kind of felt like, in terms of dribbling, he's not as great as he was in his early 20s, but he's still a phenomenal football player. He's still one of those guys at the pinnacle. And I think he's one of those dudes that get a little bit too much disrespect because of how great he is. And it's not just him. Like, I've seen it right across several different sports. But it's rather unfortunate that people can't really appreciate him. Like, we've had Ronaldo and Messi in the same generation, and there's probably never going to ever be something like that ever again, right? Two rivals that great at the top of their game. Some people choosing Messi, some people choosing Ronaldo, and then some may say Messi kind of overtook Ronaldo with the Ballon d'Or wins and also the World Cup, but I don't know. Maybe. It's a very difficult choice. But, yeah, as far as people that I do like, I don't really know much about Messi. Like, I haven't really seen him, like, in action or see him really stand for anything. So, yeah, I would go Ronaldo in that situation. But not saying he's better than Messi, but certainly I like Ronaldo more as a person. Or I like his personality more, I would say. Right? Or his personality resonates with me more. Yeah, we'll go with that one. Hello. You're traveling to India. Okay, cool. We got that one. We got that one out the way. Are you good at math? Maybe. Maybe not. Sometimes may be good. Sometimes may be shit. My guy, God bless, says Stephen Baca. Big up yourself, Stephen Baca. Thank you so much for joining us. Where are you from, Stephen? Reagan Riggs says, hey, man, I rock with the beard. Thank you so much, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. The thing is, though, when it comes to the beard, like it grows back. You know what I mean? It really, within a few months, man, probably by like, what we August, September, October, November, December. By December, it'll be like around the same length that it's at right now. And I'll probably grow the mustache a little bit more in, but it probably won't maybe go over too well at work. You know what I mean? Because listen. At some point, I'm not gonna be working, for a corporation anymore, right? At some point, in the future, I'm gonna be able to just talk to you guys straight from wherever it is that I am, right? And I'm thinking about doing certain other things, like whenever I go upstate or I go out of state or whatever it is, just to do like some travel vlogs, you know what I mean? And just connect with you guys. But yeah, we ain't at that point yet, so yeah, I already have the dreadlocks, which I'm not really parting ways with anytime soon. So you know, you know how that goes. Donald Trump or Nick Garr. I'm not entirely sure who Nick. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest with you. Shadow says you are good. Thank you so much, Shadow. I appreciate that. Government Lies says, guess who's back? I don't know. Eminem. Guess who's back? Back again. Government Lies. What a username. What a username. You, the one that stole my grandma's weed eater like two. Okay, all right. I'm not even gonna read the rest of that. All right, Jamie. I don't know about you. KG Fit says back again. Big up KG Fit. I don't quite. Thank you so much for coming back. Although I'm gonna be honest, I don't quite remember when you were here. So if you could just drop and just kind of remind me, because sometimes it's a whole bunch of different people from all over the world, right? So guys, am I able to even make a comment from here? Let me see if I could make a comment. Nope. Can't make a, can I? Can I? Start a poll. All right, I'm gonna start a poll. I'm gonna start a poll, guys. All right. Bang. So, all right, boom. So the poll is up, guys. So vote. Please vote. And make sure you're liking and subscribing to the video as well. He says, okay, Phil McCracken, I'm not even going to acknowledge you, man, whatever it is that you say. Wagwan, says Emperor, big up yourself, my G. Wagwan. Yeah, I did. Hopefully all is well with you. Damn, did this many comments come in? Wow. Unbelievable. When did all of these comments come in? Hold on, what's going on here? All right, let's see. Let's get back to where we were at. Don't ask me anything about P. Diddy, to be completely honest with you. I don't know the man. I've never met him. Whatever he's going through, the truth will come out. So I don't know why you would ask me anything about that, man. Can you say skibbity? I'm going to say skibbity. I'm going to leave out the last part. Shout out skibbity. Big up skibbity. What does skibbity even mean? My kid says that all the time. This would be a good time to really Google that. What is a skibbity thing? What is that? Let's find out. Let's find out what that is. Let's go on a journey together to find out what a skibbity is. Skibbity. Oh, it looks like it's like a series or something. It's a web series on YouTube. It is a web series on YouTube. I will not be shouting him out, to be honest with you. But big up to them. I wish them much success, but I don't know what it's about. And I think that's a very, very strange name to give like a podcast or a web series. So I don't know what it's about. I see a guy's head sticking out of the toilet. Um, yeah, you know, that's not clean. Um, Reagan, look who's talking. You, the kid. Account. Please do not disrespect Reagan. I gotta hide you from here for that. Please don't do that. Don't disrespect Reagan. Um, he's one of our OGs, man, around here. Sigma, big up yourself, Emma. I like feet. Show me them toes. I hear they might be showing toes on another YouTube page, but not this one. Big up to your kid, Reagan Riggs. Big up to all of your children, man. All of your children. All of them. Every single one of them. Someone says, hello, black boy. Hello, rock man. Elijah says, hey. What's going on, Elijah? So, guys, we have 16 votes. Oh, wow. I'm actually shocked because the overwhelming majority of people are saying, no, I should not cut my beard. Okay, cool. Clap it up. So we have 17 votes and the vast majority of 18 votes now. And still, the vast majority of people are still saying, do not cut the beard. But, yeah. If we do get 500 likes tonight, I'll think about it for sure. For sure. And depending on what happens with the poll, I might just do it. But we got to get 500 likes. And, not 500 likes, I'm sorry. 500 subscriptions, right? I got to get 500 subscriptions. And also 50 likes. So if we get both, you guys got a deal. I got the thing in there ready. The thing that I use to shape up the beard, I got that over there. So I'll just get right on that. Reagan, it's like when the universe collides with the super inception that turns to a meat frog. What is this language we're speaking? What is a meat frog? I don't know, man. I'm not even 35 yet, man. I'm approaching my mid-30s, but I feel like whenever people say things like that, I just feel so out of touch with what it is that's going on, and I'm okay with it. Like I'm so okay with not knowing what those things are. But what is a meat frog? I'm curious. Now that you said it, please enlighten us what a meat frog is. If it's anything, but don't be too graphic, please. Do you like fried chicken? No, sir, Mr. Rockman 3000. I do not eat chicken at all, right? So, there you have it. Another stereotype completely annihilated. Because I haven't eaten chicken in years, to be completely honest with you. So, there you go, Mr. Rockman 3000. And moreover, when it comes to fried food, I don't really use vegetable oil. So yeah, I don't even really eat too much fried food anymore, to be honest with you. So there you go. I said my Skibbity. Oh, the guy whose dad works at MGM. I remember you now. I remember you. That was like 2 weeks ago or something. That's like when I just started doing these live streams. Welcome back, Skibbity. Fantastic to have you. Did you guys vote in the poll? Oh, we have 26 votes. Still, most people saying no. I rock with it. You guys are shocking me. I'm actually shocked. Why is this happening this way? What's going on here? How can I minimize this? It's not even minimizing. That sucks. Okay, there we go. There we go. Attaboy. All right, Gabrielle has to go. All of that stuff that you're posting, you're not contributing to what it is that we're talking about here. But anyway, guys, so let's get into something, something spiritual. Let's talk about people, right? And how we're in a world where people could be quite envious and, but it's really, again, it all boils down to their programming and the frequency and the vibration that they're in. So people can be quite envious. People can be quite mean. People can be quite, not so pleasant, right? But it's pivotal that you still maintain control of yourself and maintain control of your emotion, because a lot of times what happens is our initial reaction to things is usually the emotional self, right? So whenever something happens, our first initial sort of instinct is to react emotionally, right? But very seldomly, and not to say very seldomly, because I think people are starting to kind of recognize that, and people do sort of practice some self-control, especially when they're dealing with like authority figures, or sometimes if you're a child, like your parent, and things like that. But somewhere along the lines, right, like that childish aspect of ourself, or that emotional aspect of ourself, tend to just take over, you know what I mean? And then we tend to just sort of act out of our emotion as opposed to like our rationality. You understand what I'm saying? So me personally, I've grown as an individual, right? I've grown as a man, and I've gotten to the point where I was like, yo, you know what? It's better to be rational. It's always better to be more rational than it is to be emotional, right? No matter if you're a man or a woman, but especially if you're a man, right? It's always better to be more rational than it is for you to be emotional, right? In whatever the situation is, right? Because our emotional self, we're gonna throw a tantrum, right? We might do something to just you know cause a whole lot of destruction, right? So the best thing that you could really do in any of these situations, right, if whether it's something unpleasant or something extremely pleasant, right, is just maintain that level of control and balance of yourself, right? I'm not gonna say not to immerse yourself in joy, right? But don't be too emotional. Don't get too carried away. Let those people do that, right? See how far that gets them. You understand what I'm saying? You be in control of yourself. Always stay in control of yourself, right? And another thing, don't let the opinions of other people control who you are. I know you guys seen that little short that I had. About having emotional control. Or not having emotional control, sorry. About not allowing people outside of you to control how you think about yourself, right? Because how they think about you is their problem, not yours. So let them think whatever it is that they want to think about you. It's pivotal that you don't allow that to penetrate you, to penetrate who you are, right? Don't allow that on the inside of you, right? It's what you tell yourself. Remember, you're reprogramming yourself from how you've been programmed in the past, right? A lot of people have told you in the past, maybe or maybe not, that you were not good enough. But now you've gotten to the point where now you're an adult and you can't make any excuses for what those people said back to you back then, right? You're now in control of yourself, right? You're now in control of your emotion, right? So with you being at that point, that state in your life, if something is to happen, you don't go back to, oh, I had this happen to me in my childhood or that happened to me in my childhood. Life goes on, right? I've had a very difficult childhood. I'm not going to sit up here and get into how difficult my childhood was at this particular point, right? But I can't go back and change that. I can't go back and change the things that happened in the past. In order for me to make any sort of change in my life, I got to come into the present. So by coming into the present and focusing, immersing myself in the present and taking baby steps, step after step. Why is the AC on and it's so hot in here? Okay, it just popped back on. But just taking baby steps, step after step, step after step, right? You work your way into making your life better, right? But you can't keep thinking about the past because you'll be stuck in the past, right? So forget about the past. Come into the present to create the future, right? And I know a lot of times it sort of gets stuck in our unconscious, right? The things that we've been through, like maybe a bad relationship, maybe somebody stabbed you in the back, right? Maybe now you have trust issues or whatever it is, right? So now you kind of allow those trust issues and those things that you have to kind of oversee your decision making, right? So now when you're going forward, in maybe meeting friends, right? You're conditioned to think that this is how people generally are, right? And not to say that it's right or it's wrong. However, how are you going to find out if everyone is the same if you close yourself off? I'm not going to say don't protect yourself. Absolutely protect yourself. But also don't block your blessings, right? Do not block your blessings. So yeah, I just figured I just wanted to get that off my chest a little bit. Let me get back to this chat so people don't think that I'm not ignoring you guys, okay? I'm not ignoring you guys, but if I'm going to do something, I'm going to drop some game so you guys can understand, just how I view life and my thoughts. What is the biggest threat to the black man in America? I think the biggest threat to the black man in America is, honestly, with all the racism, with everything that it is that's happening around them, I think the biggest threat to the black man in America is himself. I think when you really take a step back and you analyze it, I'm not going to say things are perfect in terms of how, black men are treated, right? Far from it, right? But how do you treat yourself? How do you represent yourself? Are you putting your best foot forward? Are you trying to walk in somebody else's shoes? Are you worried about, because I see it all the time. I see where grown men are worried about the opinion of other grown men. I see it all the time. And it absolutely shocks me. Oh, I can't let him outshine me. I can't let him, get one over on me. Bro, you're 48. You're 48. You understand what I'm saying? At what point do you get to the point where you're like, hey, you know what? I'm just going to live my life, not worrying about what those people over there think about me, not worrying about clout, not worrying about this, not worrying about that. I'm just going to live my life and do my thing. Right? So that's why I'm going to sit up here and I'm going to say, yes, with all those things that do exist, they absolutely, racism absolutely exists, right? I experience it on a regular basis, right? I don't pay too close attention to it all the time because I realize where you put your thoughts, where you direct your thoughts is where you direct your energy, right? So a lot of times things do happen and I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, you know what? That individual, they're kind of boxed into their way of thinking. All right, cool. Let them be over there, right? So as long as it's not something where you're trying to harm anyone, right? Or you're trying to block anyone's progress, think however you want to think. I'm not here to try to correct you or get you to come over and, think outside of the box and really see things for how they are, because people fail to understand this, right? It may not even be a person that's from your race or from your family or even from your country that saves your life. It may not be somebody that you've ever met. The people that are around you, the people that are your race or whatever it is, may not even give a god about you, right? They might not care a lick about you, right? It may be somebody from somewhere way out over there in Uzbekistan or Pakistan, right? That shows interest and that cares about you. And that says, hey, brother, I only have $5, but let's go to the store and go get some food. I know you don't have anything. I know you haven't eaten or anything like that, but it's cool. What's mine is yours. Let's go. You understand what I'm saying? So I think people need to really think outside of the box and stop boxing themselves into just thinking third dimensional, right? It's not against flesh and blood, right? It's not against flesh and blood, right? It's about positive and negative. Brilliant question, by the way. I got to go back to see who answered it, because who asked it, because it just goes. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Okay, so Jamal V, big up yourself. That's a brilliant question, my guy. Thank you so much for asking that question. Yeah, but I think the biggest thing is, again, it all goes back to your programming. It all goes back to how you were programmed. So I see where, you know what I mean, when you get to the point where it's like you start to kind of just assess things, not just from your third dimensional perspective, but a lot more objectively, you tend to look at things and you tend to say, I see that person being programmed. I don't even know if that person even consciously aware that they're being programmed, right? I think that person is just accepting what these other people over here are saying because it appeals to their ego, it appeals to their emotions, right? And when it appeals to the lower, look, people have done it from time after time after time. Politicians have done it time after time after time, right? We see it so much, right? They appeal to people's basic emotions, right? Whether it be their anger or whatever it is. Hitler did it over there in Germany, right? Appeals to your basic ego, your emotions, and presses all the right buttons, right? And then they get you to go doing something drastic over there, right? They get you to hurting a whole bunch of people. You're doing things that you wouldn't even think that you would do in a million years, right? Because you allowed somebody to program you, right? So you see how important it is to take the programming away from elements outside of yourself and to put that programming into yourself, right? How one person views the world. And that's why I always tell people I'm not religious. I don't have anything against religion, but I just know people are being programmed, right? And then people are being programmed by the wrong people, right? So people are using these religions to program people in the wrong way, quote unquote, right? But nothing against them. If you're living your religion your way, right? If you're right with God, and your relationship with God is a unique relationship with God, right? But big up to everybody who is religious and is doing their thing. Yeah. But that's that. Brilliant question, Jamal V. Thank you so much for that one, man. Thank you so much. The weed eater guy says that on all the channels. I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. Phil McCracken says, Zesty Black Jesus. Bro, if that's what you feel like, then whatever. You know what I mean? Why people, what's with all the Jesus stuff and all the zesty stuff? But either way, whatever. I don't care. What is gonna happen though is you can go you can take that somewhere else because yeah, we're good on you, Mr. Phil. What else do we have here? Was that even funny? That was kind of funny, I guess. This is the PVT matter no polls for beard cut. Let me see. Oh, let me see. So still, overwhelmingly, most people are saying no. Okay. I could rock with that. I could get with that. Why is this thing so difficult? Okay, there we go. Jesus Christ. All right. Yo, you guys type so fast. Look, some of these questions I'm probably not going to be able to get through because they're lost in the sauce, to be completely honest with you. But I'm gonna go back and answer some of these questions, guys. Like, don't be shy. Introduce yourself, ask questions. Make sure you're liking the video and make sure you're subscribing to the channel, right? So those are also two things that I want you guys to do as well. But ask some questions, guys. You know, let's get it popping in here. The ticks. Oh, the weed eater guy. Yeah, that's exactly. I think that's precisely where we were at. Biggest threat to black men in America. PVT cut. What up, fam? Much love, Matt. Thank you so much for joining us, Matt. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Where you from? Where you from? Where you guys from? Gabrielle, man. No, do not cut the beard. It's fire. Big up, Mr. Nathan. I appreciate that. Thank you. Jamin, the Mochi says hi. Hello, Jamin the Mochi. Do you mind explaining exactly what that is? Yo, if there another John Nathan in this chat, I don't know. Interesting, says Reagan Riggs. That's my guy right there. Big up yourself, man. How much to end stream? I don't know what you're talking about. Jimmy the Mochi says, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is actually morning. You're absolutely right. It's crazy. Good morning, by the way. So, guys, big shout outs to you guys. We are now over 350 subscribers. We have now passed the 350 subscriber mark. You guys are wonderful, absolutely wonderful people. I want to see some more of those questions that you guys got going on. Do not get rid of the beard. Okay, I've seen that one already. Appreciate that. Gabrielle, calm down. Who is Gabrielle? Gabrielle Martinelli? Gabrielle Magalhaes? Gabrielle Jesus? Those are all the Gabriels that play for Arsenal, by the way. If anybody's a Arsenal FC fan, you already know. Big time Arsenal FC fan. We're gonna win the league this season. Wait and see. Arsenal FC is going to win the league this season. Doesn't matter what anyone tells me. Arsenal is going to win the league this season, but that's a whole different conversation. Y'all not ready for that one yet. Y'all are not ready for that one yet. And also, since we're on sports, shout outs to Bronny James. Shout outs to the USA Olympic team. Shout outs to Steph Curry. Shout outs to LeBron James. Shout out to Kevin Durant. Shout outs to D Booker. Shout outs to all the guys that Bam Adebayo, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, all the guys that went out there, Tyrese, everybody that went out there and played for the U.S. national team. I already knew you guys were going to bring it home, so I'll be honest with you, I didn't watch, but I did watch some of the highlights. But yeah, I just really didn't have too much time to really watch the Olympics between streaming like 3 times a day, a lot of times, sometimes 4, yesterday 6, right? And also working and also taking care of my responsibilities. It got very difficult. But at some point in the future, yeah, I'm going to be able to watch all the sporting events. But Arsenal, trust and believe I will be watching whatever matches are on Peacock. Whatever matches are on Peacock, I will be watching. And I'll try to watch every match. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do some watch-alongs as well. But we'll see about that. We'll get to that point. Matrix Finance says, your beard looks great and you have great eyes too. So you should try to keep that in the future, as you have some of those features in the beard that are a little more noticeable and more subtle. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. That is very kind words, and blessings and respect to you and your family. Guidance, ultimate and unlimited guidance to you. Reagan, just ban Gabrielle. Oh yeah, Reagan. Ban him. Reagan, if somebody's getting out of hand in here and they're let's say they're being sexist, or they're being like racist, or they're being any kind of phobic, right? Yeah, get them out of here, right? So my whole thing is, everyone is welcome here as long as they're not trying to project or trying to sort of force people to do something, or being extremely disrespectful. If you're gonna tell a joke, because I like jokes, right? Just make sure the jokes are funny. You know what I mean? If it's funny, I'll sit up here and I'll laugh, like whatever, right? The Black Jesus thing, it's kind of old. You understand what I'm saying? Ever since I started streaming like 2 weeks ago, like consistently, right? It's been something that I've heard it maybe 5 nights already. You know what I mean? So yeah, that one's not funny anymore. I don't think it ever really was, to be honest with you. Keep the beard. Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Roxanne's Cooking Channel family. You know, that's my mom's nickname, Roxanne. Big up yourself, Roxanne. Roxanne's Cooking Channel. And family. If it's anything, if what your channel is anything cool, then I'll just send it over to my mom. She'd probably like that. Keep the beard. I appreciate that. Can you sing "They Not Like Us" by Kendrick Lamar? I will not, sir. Shout outs to Kendrick Lamar. Shout outs to Drake. I will not be singing "They Not Like Us," but it's a pretty good song. To be honest with you, I think the song that I like the most out of all of them is the Like That. The Like That song just had a bounce to it. I could appreciate that song. Obviously, you don't ever want to take these words literal, but yeah, that song had that song was actually the best out of all of them. But I think Drake really held his own in that battle. I think he did. I really do. I really think he did. But yeah, it's kind of hard, right? Especially with what he was been accused of. especially with the signs that sort of came with it seeming like these things were somewhat accurate. I think that kind of damaged the whole thing. So, but if it is one of those things where he really is not one of those things, then I don't know, man. Hopefully he could get back to where he was. 500 subs for a day of so game tonight at the place, and I'm still waiting on my new game from my friends and family who have played the game, and they were so happy with the results of the game. I guess get Boosie Fate with Rat Tail. That's actually funny because I actually pictured it in my mind. I actually pictured a Boosie fade and I pictured a rat tail in my head. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Absolutely not gonna happen. All right, tell you what. What are we on? 354. I'll okay. Put it this way. All right, boom. So here, I'll give you guys another. Was it ultimatum? Whatever. Right. I'll give you guys another thing. Right. We're at 354. If we get 50 more subscribers and we're at 404 by the end of this stream, I will share a picture of when I cut my dreads the first time, because I did have dreads on the top before, and then I cut it, and the guy just gave me a complete baldy. Like he cut all my hair off. I will share that picture on the community page on YouTube if we get 50 more subscribers tonight. If we don't get 50 more subscribers, ain't no can do, brother. Ain't no can do. Ricardo Delina says, hola. How you doing, Ricardo? Big up yourself wherever you are in the world. Infinite love, health, wealth, and success, prosperity. All blessings to you, brother. Hello from Tel Aviv, Israel. Love this channel. It's positive and uplifting. Big up yourself. Big up to Israel. Big up to everyone that's over there that's losing people, in the back and forth between the two countries over there. Big up both countries, man. Big up both countries. Big up Israel. Big up Palestine. And hopefully what I really want to see is that they both reach a resolution so that innocent people aren't dying anymore, right? Guys, that's a huge thing, right? So one person's pain is everyone's pain. And I think at some point, that's got to come to an end. I don't want to get too political with it because, again, I don't know how it started. I don't really know anything about what it is that's going on. I just know that innocent people are dying. I just know that kids are being harmed. And those things they should not be happening anywhere in the world. Anywhere in the world, guys. So, but big up Israel. Big up Palestine. And hopefully they can unite as one, come together, and, just be humans. Just be people that coexist, That's it. That's all we ask. That's all we ask. He said, you should come and visit Tel Aviv. Big up Tel Aviv, man. Maybe one day, maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe one day I'll book a flight over to Tel Aviv and see what's happening over there, and maybe see some of the holy, what, is that? I believe Jerusalem is over there, right? Just to be able to travel and see those things. That'd be cool. Owen Rooney says, cut it on stream. Get 500 likes. 500 subs. So go tell people to subscribe to the channel and we'll see. I'll cut it on stream. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, guys, let's get into some of these. Why are we not having questions, man? I love when you guys are asking questions and we're having this spiritual tango and we're going back and forth, and you're telling me your perspective, I'm telling you my perspective. You're telling me how religious you are, and you're telling me how wrong I am, and I'm okay with it. And I'm telling you that I'm okay with it. And then I'm trying to just show you a different perspective. And whether or not you take it, that's completely up to you. Either way, I'm still going to do me. That makes sense? I just love those, man. And that's the thing. I actually live for that. I get excited whenever I leave work and I get to come here and tap in with you guys. I get excited. I'll donate $15 if you shave. Nah, it's cool, Rudy. It's cool, man. It's all right, man. Keep your $15, bro. Thank you so much, though. Bro, I'm on the way over. You still got my controller? What is with you guys talking about controller? There's no video games here. Absolutely no video games here. Yet. At some point there will be though. Especially when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out. And maybe, probably not when an FC 2025 comes out. But definitely, when Grand Theft Auto 6 comes out, yeah, then we're going to be looking into doing some big things. Yeah. Your skin is flawed. Thank you so much, Roxanne. I really appreciate that. That's actually, is that my mom? Hold on, time out. My mom said the same thing before. My mom actually said the same thing before. And as I said before, Roxanne is my mom's nickname. So Roxanne's cooking channel and family. If that's my mom, I love you, mom. I really, honestly love you. If that's my mom. If that's not my mom, I still love you. But if it's my mom, I really love you. Owen Rooney says no shaves. I'm Israeli, but I hope Trump wins. I think Trump is actually more spiritual than Kamala, but that's my opinion. I could be wrong, and I admit that. I'd like for you to elaborate on that, because I was a bit taken aback by the spiritual part. I mean, we're all spiritual, right? We're all spiritual, but to what extent are you aware of your spirituality? And I would like to know more about what it is that you're saying about Donald Trump being spiritual or more spiritual than Kamala. I don't know either of them, right? One thing that Kamala and I, well, a few things that Kamala and I have in common is that both of our last names are Harris. Both of our families are from Jamaica. We're both, well, she has less black in her than I do. A lot of people are going to highlight the fact that she's Indian. Yes, she's Indian. Yes, she's mixed with Indian and black. And there may be some other stuff in there too. Who isn't mixed, right? But yeah, so for the most part, I can appreciate Kamala Harris, because when I look at it, I think to myself, well, if my daughter were to see a black woman, quote unquote, right, mixed woman, all of that sort of stuff, with the same last name as her, right, coming from the same country as her parents and her grandparents, right, having the same heritage as her, having, again, the same last name as her, I think that would really galvanize my daughter. And I think that would be something that inspires her beyond belief. You understand what I'm saying? So for that reason, I do kind of like the idea. I love the idea of a Kamala Harris. But at the same time, I still have to look at the policies. I still have to look at, all right, cool. Well, who's going to make the country safer for my daughter? Right? Who's going to make sure that the education system is better for my daughter? Who's going to make sure that the healthcare system is better for my daughter? Who has the interest of the people more at heart, right? So that's something that's better for my daughter. So I still have to kind of look at things a whole lot more objectively than just, hey, look, we have the same last name. We have these things in common. And I think that's the thing that a lot of Americans are voting based on. They're voting not based on policies. They're not voting based on who they believe is the best candidate. They're voting based on, again, and we kind of touched on this a little bit earlier, it's about emotion. It's about how they feel. It's about how they feel about a candidate. It's about how they feel that the candidate relates to them, etc., 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 right? We don't want to stay too long on politics, though, but big up both candidates. May the best person win, and hopefully whoever wins completely changes the world for the better, right? Let's just leave it at that. Forget all the talk. Shave, boy. Okay, Rooney. I don't know who you talking to, but big up yourself. Dang, man, there's a lot of people on this live tonight. Yeah, man. Reagan Riggs, man. We're building a community here, man. We're building a community, and you are a part of that community, right? You are a part of that community, and I appreciate you, Reagan. I appreciate you. Words cannot describe how much I appreciate you, and thank you so much for, you were on the stream this morning, you were on the midday stream, and you're on the stream right now, and I thank you so much for that, right? And that's from the heart. That's from the absolute heart. Hi, is that from the Philippines? Ryan Miger, big up yourself from the Philippines. Make sure all of you guys that are in here tonight are subscribing to the channel. Make sure all of you guys are liking the video. Oh, so far we have 28 likes. Wow. Okay, cool, cool, cool. So this is happening. This is actually happening. And we have 113 votes. Whoa. Nice, 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 nice. Taco Bell, shut up. Okay. We don't even eat tacos, but big up yourself. Please do not be disrespectful. And if you're gonna troll, be funny. I don't know. Maybe I should stop reading those. Maybe I should just look at those and just not read them. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Roxanne's cooking channel says King. Big up Roxanne's cooking channel. Big up yourself. I sincerely appreciate that. I sincerely appreciate that. That's gotta be my mom. That's gotta be my mom. That has to be my mom. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I think that's my mom. I think that's my mom. My mom is actually in this live. I think that's my mom. I have a strong inkling, and I'm usually kind of right about things like this because my mom didn't tell me her YouTube page or anything like that. But yeah, I'm guessing it's her. But I love you, Mom, if it's you. I love you, whoever you are, if it's not you. How are you, says Alaya Camilla Azalia. Big up yourself. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Make sure you guys are continuing to like and subscribe to the channel. You guys are doing a phenomenal job. Oh, wow. We are at 360. So we are going up. Things are happening. You guys are phenomenal, man. You guys are phenomenal. All across the world, we have here with us the worldwide tribe. That's what we are. We are the worldwide tribe. Because we got people from Asia. We got people from Africa. There's people here from Europe. There's people here. And this is, I'm telling guys, this is the way the universe meant for this to be, right? It meant for us to be together because we are really all in this together, right? But our ego, a lot of times, it just makes us look at somebody from the outside and think to ourselves, oh, they not like us, right? When in actuality, everything is energy. Everything is one thing expressing itself in different ways. Everything, guys. So yeah, we're not as different as we put on. Roxanne's cooking channel, clapping emoji, #1 emoji. Big up yourself. Balance is always good. Rational and logical, you right. Rex Pepper, big up yourself. Thank you so much for that shout out. Ray Barger says, get angry. Arr! Are ya ready, kids? There you go. Hola, buenos tardes. Big up yourself, Benitez Y. Rosero AB. Good night to you as well. Buenos tardes? I don't know what time of the day that is, to be honest with you. But I tried, right? Good morning, good night, wherever it is that you are in this world. Thank you so much for joining us. I really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, guys. Bro's gap between his teeth look like burnt SpongeBob. Talking about this gap. Proud of it. Proud of it. Listen, guys. So here's the thing, right? So no disrespect to anyone, right? We're all different. I embrace the fact that I'm different. I like the fact that my nose is not small. I like the fact that I have full lips. I like the fact that my eyes are brown. I like the fact that my hair is how it is, right? So sometimes it's in this texture, especially when I pull out the 2-strand twist, and sometimes it has like a more afro-y texture, right? Either way, you gotta understand, like, it's a blessing, right? Like, the universe didn't have to make me so unique. You understand what I'm saying? So there's really nothing that you could really say to me that's like, oh, he's different. And if somebody says, hey, you got a big nose, well, you know, your nose is kind of small. It's not that I have a big nose. Maybe you just have a small one, right? It's not that I have a big head. Maybe you just have a small one, right? It's not that I have thick lips. Maybe you just have a small one, right? So there's that school of thought as well. So big up yourself. You know, you have your opinion. You're entitled to your opinion. Shout outs to SpongeBob. But yeah, I do have a gap. And I got it from my mom's side of the family as well. My grandma has a gap. I got a gap. There are a few people in my family that do have a gap. Um, I don't see what the big deal is. But anyway, big up yourself and your non-gap. Worry about the opinions of others and let it penetrate you. No, no way. But big up yourself either way. Hey man, I don't want to take over your whole channel, but I wanted to know when you're talking, do you want me to remove any hateful comments? Reagan, absolutely. If you see anything that's hateful, rip them apart. Get them out of here. This is not the channel for that. Send them over to somewhere else, so that they could get banned again, right? Because that's the only thing that really makes them happy. So the community that we're having is not that sort of community, right? So it's open to everyone, right? But when you come here, you're going to be respectful. And if you're going to joke, make sure it's funny, because I love a good joke. I love a good laugh, right? I could laugh at myself and I could laugh at you as well. So, yeah, if you're going to just make it be a funny joke. Like it's not hard to see when the joke is aimed to be funny, and when it's aimed to be disrespectful, to try to hurt somebody or try to tear somebody down. So yeah, Reagan Riggs, at your discretion, man. Anytime you see something that's extremely disrespectful, clip the cord on them. They could go. What's your favorite oil? What, I mean, like a cooking oil? All right, I'll show you guys something. You asked me what's my favorite oil? I do use this Jamaican oil right here. I do put that oil in my hair from time to time. I guess that's my favorite oil, because I don't even really use oil as much anymore, to be honest with you. I don't really use product in my hair as much. I just use oil these days whenever I do anything to my hair, right? Because it's me, right? I'm not going to go to the salon and keep giving these people my money all the time. And half the time they don't know what they're doing. So I do oil my hair with that, and that's pretty much the only thing that I use. I try to use natural products. He says, why are there so many depressed and alienated people in the USA? That is a phenomenal question. That is a phenomenal question. I think people, because it's such capitalism, right? All right. So for instance, look at this. Look at this. Water was given to the earth for free, right? It's not even that it's given to the earth. It's just here, right? It condenses, it evaporates, it precipitates, the cycle continues, right? Yet here I am with this big ass bottle of water, right? With this big bottle of water that I had to pay for, right? In America, you have to pay for everything, right? If you don't have money, you don't have basic necessities. You don't have light. You don't have food. You don't have water, right? So because of that, Americans tend to have to work, right? Americans don't always love the job that they have, but they have to get up and work in order to sustain the basic necessities: roof over your head, water, food, right? Because even though the universe, out there in the world, food grows on trees, food goes out of the soil, and everything like that. You have to pay for everything in America. So a lot of people may be upset and depressed because everything kind of just revolves around making money and getting money in, right? So I think that plays a big role. And every instead of you socializing, it's about, all right, how can I get my next dollar? Even if I have to screw somebody over or whatever it is, right? So I think that kind of, you have to kind of keep in mind that it's not a perfect system we live in. I think the system does need a lot of work. But yeah, I think people are depressed because they're sort of trapped into this way of thinking and trapped into sort of like this perpetual cycle of just constantly being boxed in, right? Just being boxed into the job that they don't like, maybe boxed into a relationship they don't like, and maybe a part of them feel as if they have to do this in order to survive. So I think that has a lot to do with it. I think eventually, as time progresses and people become less greedy, right? We can hope, and we could, somewhat lead by example in that regard. I think at some point we are going to start to see maybe those numbers start to decline. But with competition and people always constantly wanting to be on top and wanting to be the master and wanting to be above everyone and not equal to everyone else, I think that's going to kind of continue for a little while before there is some change. But I do have faith that there will be some changes. How many times do you oil up your hair? Well, once a day, maybe. Sometimes, yeah, maybe once a day. I'd say I oil it like before I go to work. And that's pretty much it, right? I oil it, just put it in a do rag and just, take it off. And then, not a do rag, but I don't even know where it is. I probably left it in the car or something. But like this rag that I have, this sort of Rasta hat. You wouldn't even know what it is I'm talking about because I don't even know the name of it. What is it called? I don't remember the name of it, but it's sort of like this tam, but it's not really a tam. It's like the spandex sort of thing that you put on your head. I get anxiety at night before thinking too much. You get anxiety at night before thinking. Anxiety at night before bed, thinking too much. Sir, smoke a lot. So the anxiety that you do have right now, it comes from a lot of times like an overactive mind, right? That's the way how I would sort of describe it, right? When you're anxious because your mind is sort of like just racing, right? It's sort of just racing like thoughts that you feel as if you don't have any control of, right? And then the other part of it is, all right, cool. So now you're kind of attaching your emotion to these thoughts that are racing in your head. And then you have an emotional attachment to these thoughts, right? And almost feeling as if you don't have any control over these thoughts, as opposed to sort of just stepping back and just observing these thoughts from a different perspective. Not to say cease them or stop them or anything like that, but just like how you're able to tap into the Wi-Fi, and just like I don't know if you guys remember back in the day when you had to tune the radio, you could tune the radio to the dial. Sometimes you're thinking thoughts that aren't even your thoughts, right? So it's time people started to really kind of step back and just be the observer of these thoughts. So meditation will help. And just coming back to balance and just trying your hardest, right? So I don't want to say trying your hardest. Maybe that's not the best terminology, right? In this instance, but keeping yourself balanced, right? I'll elaborate more if you got more questions. Locks look tough, bro. Any advice? Any advice? Well, for one, I would say this is one thing that I would say, right? I was blessed by the universe, right? To be completely honest with you, with thick hair, right? So it doesn't appear very thick at the moment, right? But yeah, my mom's, my pops, yeah, so that's part of it. And then the other part of it is this, right? So the way how you maintain your hair and kind of not really sort of comparing yourself too much with other people who have hair or other people who have different types of hair, right? Because your hair and your own hair journey and all of that sort of stuff is unique to you, right? So you can't be looking at the other person wishing, oh, your hair was like them or your dreads was like them or whatever it was that was like the other person, right? Like, you're perfectly unique. Like you're unique just the way how you are, right? So I think a lot of times when people do take on maybe a dread journey or and stuff like that, they want their dreads to look like that person, right? When in actuality, just everybody's dreadlocks or locks or whatever it is that you want to call it is unique, right? Even when they sort of slightly resemble, everyone's patterns are unique, right? It's like a fingerprint. They're all unique. So no two dread patterns are the same. What I would say is, I wash my hair often. I know a lot of people tell you not to do that. That's their business. That's their prerogative. But in all actuality, if you don't want mold growing in your head, if you don't want to have, to be honest with you, I don't think there's much wrong with the freeform dreadlocks, but they can be quite moldy at times and they could trap things underneath them, right? So in order to avoid that sort of, and this is no shade against people that have freeform locks are beautiful, right? But you want to have some sort of maintenance, right? You want to wash your hair maybe once a week at least, maybe once every 2 weeks. You could get away with that as well, right? But you want to wash your hair. You want to make sure that you keep your hair moisturized, right? And you want to take care of your hair, right? Treat it as if it's like you're planting something in a garden, right? And you're watering that plant every day, right? So treat this is your garden on your head. So treat that garden with special care, right? Because oftentimes, especially with your hair and your beard and your dreads and everything like that, especially if you have a beard, right? So you got a beard. Whenever you do eat, like you notice, like there's food always gets stuck in here. Like you be walking around having food. So it's pivotal that you're grooming yourself and you're taking that food out, right? You're not walking around with a whole bunch of food and a whole bunch of stuff in your face and all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, cleanliness and keep it clean. Keep it clean. That's one word of advice. He says, I refuse the sub. Keep the beard. Minnesota just voted for the first black nominee for U.S. Senate. Royce White, cool dude. Jesse Smith, big up yourself. My mom's last name is Smith. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. But I don't think we're gonna get to. I don't think we're gonna get to 500 tonight. I don't think we're gonna get. So it is safe to sub. Yeah. And I didn't really confirm because it's 500 plus like 50 likes, right? So there's that as well. You know what I mean? And I do appreciate everyone that's been here. But big shout outs to that first Black Senate. Breaking down barriers as well. That's fantastic. How did that's fantastic. It takes two for racism to exist. First, you need the offender, and then you need the offended. If either roles is not fulfilled, then it cannot exist. Don't be either. There's some truth to what you're saying. However, what you're saying is sort of like there's like the saying in science: if a tree fell in the woods, but I didn't witness that tree fall, or I didn't hear that tree fall, did it really fall? I think you're kind of drawing from that school of thought, right? With what it is that you're saying. I think there may be some truth to what you're saying. However, in actuality, especially like systemic racism affects so many people, and this is good dialogue, right? So this is just perspective, from both of us. So especially with systemic racism and how things happen, especially if people who are so institutionalized, and if you notice the amount of black people that are incarcerated, right? It's shocking. It's a shockingly enormous amount, and it shouldn't be. However, it is, right? But there is a school of thought and a train of thought where people sort of they're harsher on certain criminals, right? Not to say that all of them who are in prison are not or are criminals, right? But they're harsher on certain people that may commit penalties that are nonviolent if that person is of color, right? And a lot of times some people do get away with things because of what they look like. So there is also that sort of school of thought and that sort of thing that actually does happen in real life. So because of that, you can't really just turn a blind eye on racism and just sort of pretend like it doesn't exist. Like it has to be addressed, right? Because we do sort of, not sort of, but we do need to get to a point where we all, because we're all really in this together. Like this is our planet, right? Everyone, this is our planet. So if this is our planet, then we shouldn't be making anyone feel as if they're less than or second class citizen, or it's okay for this group of people to get away with something, but not okay for this group of people. You get what I'm saying? So because of that, we can't necessarily take that perspective, but I do kind of understand what it is that you're saying. Big shout outs to you for that perspective, Bruce Wayne the Gray. Big up to yourself. Thank you so much. I'm a little bit stuffy. Bro, love some women, leave some women for the rest of us. You know what's funny about that, man? I have so much options, but it's just the things that come with, you know, having, and not, it's not even to brag or anything like that. Like the things that come with relationships and having an actual woman, it's sort of like I kind of just fall back a little bit, right? At some point, I'm gonna have to open up again and maybe explore options. But I just see how the modern women are, and I want to say I'm terrified, but yeah, especially with the fact that I just see so many women, they're not loyal. They kind of allow themselves to, how can I put this now? Sort of be governed by just their emotion, right? And not to say all of them, but yeah, I like rare women, right? I don't like women that's always in the mix and always everywhere and just pretty, has nothing else, only their looks. You know what I mean? But yeah, you know, at some point I'm gonna get back out there. But as of right now, I'm just cool on it, right? Like I just been through too many situations, and it's like, yo, you know what? I'm just embracing just being single right now. Yeah, but big shout outs to you, man. Yeah. Good evening, Terrence B. What's up, my guy? How you doing, man? Oh wow, we've grace and peace to you, my guy. We have gotten to 72 minutes on this stream. I'm gonna have to save some of the stream for tomorrow. I'm gonna have to save some of the stream for tomorrow. So you know what? We're probably gonna go maybe another 10, maybe 15 minutes. I'm gonna answer some more of these questions. Once I either get through these questions, which I probably won't because there's a lot of things going on here, or 15 minutes come, whichever one comes first, then I'm gone. Are you an ex-Christian? Says Pizza Deli. I was baptized at one point when I was a kid, but I had so many questions for like Christianity. Like I used to always ask the pastor like where God comes from and all that sort of stuff, and they just really couldn't answer. So it's just one of those things. But yeah, my mom did actually baptize. I did actually get baptized when I was like 9, right before Y2K. Remember everybody was scared of Y2K? Remember everybody was like, "Are you ready for the rapture?" And you know, all of that sort of stuff. So yeah, 1999. Everybody that I knew in my little world was pretty much scared ishless, to be completely honest with you. 76, what's up, my guy? Yeah, guys, I'm a little stuffed. That AC is just, you know what I mean? And then sometimes it doesn't work, you know, but yeah. What's up, wild card? Stole my grandma's. 76 says you made me a moderator, man. You deserve it, man. You deserve it with all that. How dedicated you are to the channel as well, man. And I appreciate you always tapping in and checking in with us. Thank you so much. AI created Bryson Tiller and Kai Cenat merged. All right. Okay. That's actually kind of funny. Wow. Bryson Tiller and Kai Cenat merged. That's unique. That's actually kind of funny. I don't even really know what Bryson Tiller really looks like, to be honest with you. But my forehead ain't as big as Kai Cenat, sir. But big up to Kai Cenat either way. Big up to Kai Cenat. Bryson Tiller and Kai Cenat merged. I gotta look up Bryson Tiller to see what he looks like. I've never seen him without the hat. Let's see. Let's type in Bryson Tiller. Look, look, and you type him in, and he's wearing a hat, right? All of those pictures, he has a hat on. Let's see. Oh no, with this one he doesn't have a hat on. Let's see. That's actually funny. That's actually funny. That's actually funny. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. That actually did make me laugh. Don't play with her. Don't be dishonest. Look at that. You got me dropping stuff. You almost ended the stream just now. Well, thank you. That was clever. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Says Trick New. Big up yourself. Make sure you guys are still subscribing to the channel. Yeah, stream won't be too much longer. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Wow, we have 35 likes. That's probably the most liked live stream that we've done. So thank you guys for that. Really appreciate it. If practice makes perfect and there's no such thing as perfect, then why practice? I mean, you know, that depends on your logic, because you're perfectly you. You're perfectly unique. So there you have it. What's it like being black AF? Oh, it's a blessing. I think everything is a blessing. Yeah, it's a blessing. I focus on the blessing side of life, to be honest with you. Favorite color? Most of them. Most of them. But there's beauty in every color. DJ says, what's up? 76 says, I will not know who you will be. I'm going to tell you straight up, I would look like a kid. Whenever I shave, people always think I'm like 17 or 19 or early 20s or something. Manchester United for life, says Pizza Deli. Okay, all right. Let's ban him. I'm kidding. Don't ban him. Don't ban him. Don't ban him just because he supports the Red Devils. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Big up to yourself, man. Big up to No, I'm not gonna big up Manchester United. Big up you. And big up Arsenal FC. Okay, somebody just post the ingredients for chocolate chip cookie 3 times in a row. I should be watching you more. I'm going to subscribe. Are you going to get any? If I get NBA 2K25, right? Yeah, I'll let you know. But subscribe anyway. I appreciate that. I appreciate you subscribing. But yeah, definitely if I get NBA 2K25, if you're down for it, we could play. Rivers from Weezer, is that you? I don't know. Amazing beard and your locks, you look outstanding. Respect. I already subscribed. Thank you so much, Luigi Reacts. Thank you very much. I sincerely appreciate that. Let's see what it is that we got going on here with you guys. We did phenomenal tonight, but I know we could do better than just... How many subscribers did we have tonight? I know we could do better than... What's that, like 14? Yeah, I know we could do better than 14, guys. I know we could do better than 14. I know we could at least get the subscription count up to 370 tonight. I know we could do it. I know we could do it. He says, you're going to get my baby face. Nobody's going to take you seriously. No, CJ Jackson, you're absolutely right. Nobody takes you seriously when you cut your beard off, right? They do not take you seriously. They treat you like a spring chicken when you cut your beard off as a man. I'm telling you. I'm absolutely telling you. He's 100% right. And that's why a lot of times I get so hesitant to really trim the beard off. Because I'm like, all right, you know, because if I do cut it, we already know what that comes with. You know, people are going to sort of just be undermine you. People are going to... Look, it's just hair, but at the same time, I'm telling you, when it comes to the beard, people really respect you at a different level when you do have hair on your face as a man than when you don't have hair on your face as a man. And I'm not saying it's in every case and everything is sort of unique, especially to the personality of the person. But yeah, you're absolutely right when it comes to that. You sexy, luscious ebony man, don't cut it. Thank you so much, miss. I appreciate you. Whoever that is. Do you play 2K? I did play 2K on my tablet a few times. Yeah, I did used to play 2K on my tablet. Yeah. Yeah, I did. Cut the beard, let it mature more. You're gonna get a cool beard. Beard is just an accessory. Your personality defines you. Rim, that's a beautiful perspective as well. You're absolutely right about it, about that as well. It's not, look, I'm not so attached to the beard that I don't ever cut it, right? Like I said, I usually cut it after every like 6 months. You know what I mean? And ever since 2019, I probably cut my beard once, maybe twice a year since 2019, right? In terms of like actually cutting all of it off. But I do kind of groom it, especially around the mustache part, which really is like this part. The goatee is the part that really has all the growth. Like it grows faster than everywhere else on the face. So I have to constantly maintain this part. Like every few days, I have to make sure it doesn't start folding over my lip. You know what I mean? Because that gets a little bit annoying. But yeah, you're absolutely right where that's concerned. It really is just an accessory. That's a beautiful perspective, but at the same time, we all know what it comes with. You know what I mean? Gaming DS says, Scooby, I already subscribed to you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Hi, everyone, says Official Beekeeper. Big up yourself. Thrifty Simplicity says, hey, keep your beard. Thank you so much, Thrifty Simplicity. Can you sing Legends by Juice WRLD? I don't know that song. I know Juice WRLD was a very, very talented kid before he died. But I do know Lucid Dreams. Lucid Dreams is a really good song. If practice makes perfect. Oh yeah, I already read that one. What did I miss, says Beekeeper? You missed a lot, man. We've been on here for 81 minutes. And I know for a fact more than 1,000 people came into this live stream. I know for a fact. And we have 177 votes. Yeah, but we're probably gonna, let's do another maybe 5 minutes, right? Because I gotta wake up tomorrow morning. Today, guys. Today, I was out of it in the morning, but then I woke up and I was like, yo, you know what? I'm gonna stream anyway. But yeah, so I'm gonna get back at it later. Drake was good. I don't think Drake is one of them. He literally has a kid. What does that mean? I have a kid. Your father has a kid. Your mom has a kid. What does that even mean? All right, he says Kendrick self-projecting, people just don't realize it. Maybe you're right. Maybe that could be right. If practice makes perfect. Come on, Alpha. I like your hair. I appreciate that. Thank you for subscribing as well. You should get a Jason Tatum haircut. Nah. I'm unique. Jason Tatum. Big up to Jason Tatum, though. Jer says, how are you doing? I'm doing wonderful. Flavia Aguirre says, hello. I noticed you are from Brazil. Flavia, big up yourself. Yeah, guys, please continue to subscribe and like the video. Let's see. You guys think we could touch 370 before? I think we could get to 370 in the next, let's say, 3 minutes, right? We could get to 370. No reply says she has zero black. You guys stop saying that she doesn't have any black, all right? All of the Harrises, look, my last name is Harris. My family is Jamaican. My grandfather's last name is Harris. His father's last name is Harris. Harris, right? My father's name is Harris. All of them are black for the most part, right? Of course, when it comes to that last name, it doesn't originate in Africa. But 97% of Jamaicans are mixed with African and at least African and European blood. So when it's all said and done, you can't sit up here and say she's not black. You could say she's mixed, but you can't say she has zero black. Like that doesn't make any sense, right? Coming from a Harris, Harris is not an Indian name, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, there you go. Absolutely. Reagan Riggs, you're absolutely right about that. Yeah. Reagan Riggs says, I'm a white man and I can confirm Camilla is mixed with black. Her last name is from Jamaica. Right? I mean, the name Harris really originates in Ireland and England, right? England and Ireland, but at the same time, you're absolutely right. Harris is I want to say quite a common last name in Jamaica. Maybe not, right? But it is a very popular last name, and I don't know too many Indian Harrises, if I'm completely honest with you. He says, where did the last name come from? She's not black at all. So are you going to say I'm not black and my daughter's not black and my father's not black and my grandfather who's not black? Look, my grandfather was a very light-skinned black man, and I've shown this to you guys before, right? And this isn't, I kind of get a little animated when people say she's not black and this, that, and the third. And then I got to pull out receipts for them and show you guys that you don't know what you're talking about, because my last name is Harris, right? So here we have both of my grandfathers here, right? So this gentleman right here is Frederick Harris. This is my father's father. This gentleman right here, this is my mother's father. His last name is Smith, right? Frederick Harris, right, who you see here, right, was a very light-skinned black man, right? He was a very light-skinned black man, right? He's mixed with something. We don't know what it was, right? His mom died when she was young, right? So when you come up here and you say she's not black at all, and where did her last name come from? You have no idea what it is you're talking about. So if you're going to vote based on somebody's race or based on somebody's last name, then that's completely up to you. So now when the country starts going downhill, right, who do you have to blame? Because you voted against her because her last name wasn't black or she wasn't black. Make it make sense. Why are you voting? Don't cut the beard, says Angie, baby. I'll consider it. He says Camilla's last name is not even Harris. That is a huge lie. All right, I'm not going to reply to you anymore. You have a fantastic day. I'm Brazilian. Big up yourself to the Brazilian. All right, so guys, I'm probably not going to get through all of these messages tonight, so I'm going to kind of just swift through. Some men aren't loyal too. Absolutely, you're right about that. Thrifty simplicity. Some men are not loyal. You're right about that. You're absolutely right about that. That there is a lot of truth to that. But I just know what it is, my experiences, and it's gonna really take some time for me to really just settle from some of my experiences, and then kind of just move forward. You know what I mean? But I'm enjoying me right now, and I'm enjoying traveling. I'm enjoying going places. I'm enjoying not arguing with anyone. I'm enjoying just freedom. You understand what I'm saying? And eventually I'm going to get to the point where I do meet someone and we kick it off. But, you know, sometimes I meet people and then when we start getting too close, it's like, so yeah, I just know I'm not really ready for that step yet. So that's what it is. Dude, why cut the beard? You have swag. Big up yourself. Thank you so much. Cut the beard if you don't like it. Don't cut it for others. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right about that. Thank you so much for that advice. Leave the beard, please, bruv. Says Queen of Hearts. Being black AF is absolutely amazing, says Thrifty Simplicity, and she's absolutely right. You have beautiful eyes. Thank you so much, Renai. Appreciate that. What do you think about the new discovery on... Okay. Renai, big up yourself as well. I'm not going to read the rest of that comment that this other guy, Ganistro, made. I don't know what the hell he's talking about. Somebody who has a toe fetish keeps talking about toes. I'm going to ignore him. Somebody says you have them puppy eyes for real. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Can you sing Lucid Dreams? I have these lucid dreams where I can't move a thing, thinking of you in my head. You were my everything, thoughts of a wedding ring. I don't remember how the rest of it goes. Sorry. I don't remember how the rest of it goes. Sorry. But yeah, I did my best. Can I sing you a song? Yeah, go ahead. Sing me a song. Sing me a song. Guys, we're actually going over time. All right. 90 minutes. Look, it's 1 o'clock now, guys. I do appreciate everyone for being in this stream tonight. I will be back tomorrow. I'll probably do multiple streams again, right? Like I'll wake up in the morning, I'll stream, we'll talk about something positive. Maybe before you guys go to work, I might just do it then, and then sort of like just sort of give you guys some motivation, right? And then just go back to sleep before I go to work, right? Sup, bro, says Katie Kane. Big up yourself, Katie Kane. All right, so guys, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Make sure that you're telling yourself something positive tonight before you go to your bed. Make sure tomorrow when you wake up, you tell yourself more positivity and you continue to keep that vibration positive right throughout the day. You're infinite beings. You are spiritual beings. One love, absolutely all the respect and admiration and wealth, health, and prosperity to every last one of you guys. So I gotta go now. I really don't want to because this has been fun. This has been a very fun live stream, but we gotta cut it at some point, right? So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go get ready to go to bed, and then I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Okay? Make sure you guys are subscribing and hitting that like button. One love to every single one of you. Bye bye.